Cassidy joining us. Thank you for being here.
Hey, glad to be with you. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so we've got a host of topics to discuss this morning. Let's start with, I know this is a big one for so many, the National Flood Insurance Program and kind of where we're at with that.
Yeah, so people are getting pounded with insurance,
Yes.
particularly flood insurance, risk rating 2.0 with an 18% every year compounding. Families just can't handle.
Right.
People who've never flooded are getting 18% compounding increases. So we just introduced a bill in which we will make it more affordable, cap that rate of increase. For those who are low income, help them a little bit afford, give them a little bit extra to help them afford what they're going to have to do. Put in other things like for transparency. If you want to build a home and you want to build it so as to lower your premiums, FEMA should let us know how to do that.
Right.
So we're making it more affordable, more accountable, more sustainable. We're working hard on that.
Very important, and I know, like I said, a lot of viewers at home concerned about that. Let's talk a little bit about lowering education costs and Debt Act, another big one.
Yeah, so the President Biden is just doing what he is calling debt forgiveness, for student loan debt forgiveness. It's not debt forgiveness. It transfers the paying back of those loans to people who either never took them or who sacrificed to pay back their loans. And by the way, he's doing nothing to fix the underlying problem. So the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget says that in 5 years, we'll be back in the same situation with $1.6 trillion in student loans outstanding. Wow. So what we've put forward is a series of bills that actually fix the underlying problem. That lets somebody know, hey, listen, if you want to lower your student loan debt, if you want to avoid it, if you want to get the best value for your education, this is how you do it. And we keep in place, making them simpler. If you do lose your job, you still get the assistance that you already can get to pay it back, to decrease your burden. Okay. So we're keeping what works. We're trying to fix the underlying problem.
Okay, like that one a lot. Okay, how about what's going on with the broadband throughout our rural areas? That's a big one.
There's lots of good things in the bipartisan infrastructure bill that helps our state catch up to where it should be and builds an economy for the future. Broadband is one of those things. It was announced yesterday in the bipartisan infrastructure bill. Louisiana is getting about $1.3, $1.4 billion to make sure that everyone has access to high-speed, affordable internet. Now, by the way, they should already have it. That catches us up to 2023. But it moves our economy forward. If you're in a small town, you don't have access to high-speed, affordable internet, businesses aren't moving there. Wives are not going to let their families move there.
Very true.
She's going to say, hey, no, I'm not going there. It doesn't have this, it doesn't have that.
We're off the grid, yeah.
Think about it. You can't have pay at the pump gas stations unless you have internet.
Very true. So
little things that allow both the convenience to the customer, but the tax base for the community to grow, that begins with high-speed, affordable internet. And Louisiana is doing, I think, better than any other state on a per capita basis in the amount of money we're getting from the bipartisan infrastructure bill on that.
Love to hear it. That is huge. And we have about a minute left here. So do you want to touch on Social Security reform, where we're at with that?
Yeah, so Social Security is going insolvent in 8 to 9 years. That's according to the actuaries. When that happens, people currently receiving social will get a 24% cut in benefits.
Wow.
So somebody who's already receiving it gets a 24% cut.
Wow.
Neither presidential candidate, leading presidential candidate, is touching the issue. We have put forward an idea, we call it a big idea, but we fixed 75% of the issue. We also repeal weapon GPO, which is, if you're a state or local employee, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We repeal it, get rid of it.
Okay.
We get rid of the Social Security tax. People who are receiving social go back to work, they get $1,000 a hit a month in what they bring home from social. We repeal that. We do other things to make it better, more easy for people to work and still benefit from social. We got a big idea, we're pushing it. We hope our two leading presidential candidates kind of buy in.
We hope so too. Listen, appreciate you being here as always, Senator. Thank you so much.
I thank you.
Of course, we're going to send it to Michael Krause.